James Kaufman, World News Report today. Ladies and gentlemen, today Bill Clinton told the House Oversight Committee for the third time that he's not going to their silly little meetings. These legislative meetings don't ever accomplish a thing, but hey, Bill doesn't want to be on the record. He's broken so many laws. He's afraid to open his mouth. Him and Hillary Clinton have quote-unquote skipped 3 different subpoenas, and Comer has allowed it. I will put money down that nothing happens to either one of them with Pam Bondi in there. They should be picked up today, just like the Republicans that skipped any of the Oversight Committee meetings were, and put in jail. No ands, ors, ifs, second, third, fourth, fifth chances. Comer is nothing but talk, and he must be paid off. Bill Clinton again told Comer to go pound sand. GOP Representative James Comer, quote, Bill Clinton did not show up today. This was again his 3rd subpoena. I mean, this guy is dumb as a rock. As a result, we will move next week to hold former President Clinton in contempt of Congress. Why don't you do that tomorrow, you jackass? We're tired of hearing about it, personally.
All right. Well, I think everyone knows by now Bill Clinton did not show up. And I think it's important to note that this subpoena was voted on in a bipartisan manner by this committee. This wasn't something that I just issued as chairman of the committee. This was voted on by the entire committee in a unanimous vote of the House Oversight Committee to subpoena former President Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. Now, Hillary Clinton's supposed to show up tomorrow. We'll see what happens there. But with respect to the former president, he did not show up today. One reason I think most Americans want President Clinton to answer some questions is because he visited the White House. Jeffrey Epstein visited the White House 17 times while Bill Clinton was president. I've been in Congress 9 years. I think I've been to the White House 9 times in 9 years. Epstein was in the White House double the amount of time that I was under one president. And then we know that Bill Clinton flew on Epstein's plane somewhere around 27 times after the presidency. So no one's accusing Bill Clinton of any wrongdoing. We just have questions, and that's why the Democrats voted along with Republicans.
Isn't missing the subpoena 3 times wrongdoing, you jackass? These Republicans are nothing but weenies.
To subpoena Bill Clinton. Not a single Democrat showed up today. Not a single Democrat. The ones that have press conferences on the Capitol steps and talk about how they're trying to get justice for the victims and all that. It just seems like they only care about questioning Republicans. And we've had a former Trump cabinet secretary, Acosta, in for a grilling. We had Bill Barr, former attorney general, in for a grilling. But for whatever reason, President Clinton didn't show up, and the Democrats on the committee don't seem to have a problem. This is the amount of preparation that went into this deposition today.
They didn't even show up. They all laughed at you because you're powerless.
These were the questions that we were prepared to ask. We've communicated with President Clinton's legal team for months now, giving them opportunity after opportunity to come in, to give us a date, and they continue to delay to the point where we had no idea whether they're going to show up today or not. I think it's very disappointing. As a result of Bill Clinton not showing up for his lawful subpoena, which again was voted on unanimously by the committee in a bipartisan manner, we will move next week in the House Oversight Committee markup to hold former President Clinton in contempt of Congress.
What a total joke. Now, the last Attorney General enforced all those contempt charges and put Steve Bannon and several of the president's advisors in prison for 90 to 120 days. Is that going to happen this time with Pam Bondi? No, nothing's going to happen. Has she done one single thing herself since she's been there? put one single person in cuffs that needs to be in jail? Not a single one. Have y'all ever seen a House or Senate legislation meeting accomplish anything but spending more of your tax dollars? Never have. 57 years, never seen one meeting accomplish a single thing except for wasting money on the meetings themselves and, well, allocating more funds for crap. Just like they allocated billions of more dollars for illegal aliens' welfare Friday evening late so they could slip it through on Americans. Here's a quick clip about the new $5.7 billion that, well, 14 Republican senators jumped over the aisle to make sure it passed in the Senate. Quality Laundering Center, 5.7 more billions to help refugee resettlement. And the House wants 3 more billion. Yes, these slime balls, including Murkowski, Lindsey Graham, and believe it or not, Kennedy, all voted for $5.7 billion of your money in taxpayer-funded money to be given to these new refugees to help them assimilate. Out of all the senators that voted, Senator Haggerty was the lone Republican vote no. The rest of them sold us out secretly. No one seems to know this just occurred. That's right. They all voted with the Democrats to fund new immigrants and to give them things like Medicare, welfare, SNAP, food stamps, things that your average American have no ability to obtain, period. Where will the $5.7 billion that they just secretly passed go? Well, it's going to help refugee enter America, entrance assistance. They're going to give them cash, health care, job training for migrants while Americans deal with massive welfare fraud scandals and skyrocketing costs at home. Yes, these are your Republicans, if you can call them that. Collins, McConnell, Murkowski, Graham, Morin, Hoeven, Boozman, Capito, Kennedy, Hyde-Smith, Britt, Mullen, Fisher, Rounds. Again, the gentleman from Tennessee, Bill Haggerty, was the only person to stand up to this bull, this crap, right? The Senate is worthless and the House is more worthless. Close them both down tomorrow. Now, I want you to know these are the same exact people that voted not to codify all the Dodge spending that Elon Musk came up with, all the waste. Nothing was ever done about the waste. And these same exact people are the ones that voted on just that. I don't know what's going on, but hey, obviously they're completely compromised. God bless you guys. Look, exact same names. Collins, Capio, Graham, Hyde-Smith. I mean, you can just go through the list. It's sickening, and that's putting it lightly. Let me just say the Senate and the House are a total joke and need to be disbanded. Get the pitchforks ready, folks. And mark my words, nothing will happen to Bill or Hillary Clinton, period. Give us a thumbs up. God bless you guys. I don't know what to do. Vote all these rhinos out of office immediately. Again, I have 11-year-olds that live here on my street. They can do a much more responsible and better job. Please give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe if you haven't, and always remember, anything's possible. Bizarro world.